Sup, y'all? It's the world's most hated. Today we got teen killer forced to tell mom about his crimes. Uploaded by Dr. Insanity, uploaded 9 months ago, and it already has over 6 million with an M views. Y'all know what to do, and if you don't know what to do, you better find out what to do. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it.
Is she okay?
You see where she's hit at?
No, it's on the side of her head.
Dead body.
Saying she's pregnant too.
Oh man. What, we in Chicago?
This woman was just informed that her daughter, Tiara Harris, was shot in a gang-related incident and is in critical condition.
They just were shooting, and the blood just started dripping from her head, like shooting them on the ambulance. Like I can't even talk right now, bro.
Oh,
her boyfriend rushed her to the hospital, but sadly, it was already too late.
Man, she was a pretty girl too, man. The whole, let me tell you something. I just wanted to point this out, bro. The street rules, the street codes, the street ethics, man, they are non-existent, bro. It was supposed to be women and children out of the mix, man. Women and children out of the picture. But here we have a young woman. So she's a woman and she's a girl and a child. You get what I'm saying? She checks both boxes. Killed in a gang-related shooting, bro. The street code, the street ethics, the street morals, the street rules, whatever you want to call it, bro, they're non-existent. I heard Charlemagne the God say this. You cannot add morality and ethics to something that is not moral and ethical. The streets has no morals and it has no ethics to it. So you cannot add these rules into it trying to make it honorable when there is no honor amongst thieves. You know what I'm saying? And we about to figure out what happened. I ain't gonna make no assumptions. We about to figure out what happened.
Tiara had nothing to do with the shootout. She was an innocent bystander.
Oh, was she?
A simple mix-up left an innocent, pregnant mother of 2 dead.
Wow.
Her children now motherless, and her family absolutely heartbroken. The police now face a grueling investigation.
Wow, she was just
However,
there.
with everyone involved supposedly being gang members, catching the killers would prove to be much harder than anything they'd done before.
Let's talk about it.
We've been in touch with Yolanda, the mother featured in this video, and are proud to share that half of the video's profits will be donated to the Akron-based charity First Glance Student Center.
What is that?
At 7:29 p.m. on April 14th, Akron Police Department would receive multiple calls reporting dozens of gunshots being fired out of 1492 Rockaway Street.
War outside.
Witnesses would describe what seemed like a gang-related shooting with multiple cars speeding away from the scene, one being a silver 4-door Chevy.
Yep.
Police managed to quickly track down the Chevy, following it as the driver sped across back roads in Akron. However, the Chevy wasn't actually running from the cop.
I don't know. You would think you'd want to, like, I don't know, burn the car? Why would you take a car? Never mind, keep going.
Cops. It instead would pull over somewhere that concerned the cops even more. The hospital.
Whoa. Oh.
Hey, hold up.
So they wasn't running, they was trying to get them to the hospital.
Go ahead and shut the car off. Shut the car off. Shut the car off here. Go ahead and
It's obvious this car was just involved in the shooting. The whole window about to come off.
put your hands on top of your head, all right?
And this man got a ski mask on. You are the main suspect.
Hands on top of your head.
You are the main suspect. Know he got a gun on him.
All right, man. Here, step back here to the back of the car. Go ahead and put your hands behind your back.
With the
Yep.
incident being reported as a gang-related shootout, police would assume the man driving the Chevy to be a gang member, meaning
Clearly.
he would be very unlikely to talk to them. So instead, they decide to stop him in the back of a patrol car for later interrogation.
Yep.
As this was going on, dozens of additional 911 calls would ring in, witnesses would arrive at the Akron Police Department to give their testimonies, and more cars would arrive at the hospital. Most importantly, though, 4 miles away, a young woman would be placed in an ambulance under critical condition, with a bullet wound to her head.
Man, she ain't deserve to die, man.
Turns out all of this would be connected to a large group of reckless shooters. It's at
Always.
this point that we need to step in. This is one of the most complex and mysterious cases we've ever covered. So we need to break down some details first in order for you to fully understand the case itself and
get
how
into
well
it.
the police handled every single step of solving it. At 7:22 p.m., a car arrived at 1492 Rockaway Street carrying a number of people who started hanging out with some friends on the side of the road.
This is where it always goes bad. What do you mean we're hanging out? Charleston White said 3 niggas hanging out that ain't going to work ain't up to no good. I believe him. 3 niggas in a car together that ain't on their way to work, or they ain't coming home from work and they dropping people off, ain't up to no good. They ain't up to no good.
Javier Small, Lanier Worthy, and Jonte Smith. Everything seemed fine until 7:29 p.m. A black vehicle reversed into the street carrying Tiara Harris and her boyfriend George. Her boyfriend recognized some of the people on the sidewalk and wanted to back up and say hi to them.
Oh, God.
At that very moment, on the other end of the street, 3 men emerged from an unrelated vehicle and started firing bullets.
Wow. So these 3 dudes is sitting out here. Her boyfriend pulls up with her in the car. Bruh, you gotta have common sense. We got 3 dudes sitting right here. We don't know what they on. He's talking about he wanted to say hi. Man, take this girl home. Take this girl. If you know you in some beef, if you know you in hot territory, take this girl home. Now you're gonna got this girl killed and the blood is on your hands, not on them, because they ain't expect her to be there. They was just thinking this was a regular shootout. You done brought this girl over here. This blood is on your hands. Tiara's brother or a boyfriend. Who's driving the car still?
These men were Zaire Saunders, 17-year-old Antonil Whitaker, and Darion Rackley, all affiliated with the gang BBM, a notoriously violent gang active in Akron at the time. There was also the driver of the car.
I mean, what was that even supposed to mean, BBM? All I can think is Brazilian buttmen. I'm sorry. Because of the BBL thing, all I can think is Brazilian buttmen. Or big booty men, or I can't think of it. What, bag? What? How, boom, boom. What? I'm so confused. How do you? What does this stand for?
Notoriously violent gang active in Akron at the time. There was also the driver of the car, Jeremiah Williams. Their shots scattered the group on the sidewalk, with everyone running for cover. In the panic, Jonte and Javier drew their guns and began to shoot back. Bullets went back and forth, and everyone went into a panic as they realized their lives were at risk and a bullet could strike them at any moment. Seconds later, the dust settled, and the BBM members Zaire, Antonil, and Darion fled the scene.
I can't take that name serious.
A grueling silence would ring throughout the street as Tiara's boyfriend, George, realized Tiara was the sole victim of the shooting.
Wow.
With BBM's...
That's what I be talking about. This is what I be talking about. Y'all swear y'all so tough, so gangster. Y'all shooting, y'all hit the only... Y'all shooting at everybody and everything that you ain't even trying to hit. Y'all shooting at cars, popping tires, busting out windows, and killing the innocent. Y'all ain't even getting y'all target. Whoever the target was. Like, how is this worth it? It isn't. It's not worth it. Nothing about this culture is worth it at all.
Up and running in different directions, George flooring it to the hospital, and everyone on the sidewalk either heading inside or preparing to head to the hospital
Who was
too.
y'all shooting at?
Cops
Her
would begin
boyfriend?
the grueling task of figuring out what just happened and who ultimately was the one that fired the killing shot.
This is stupid.
Now that you understand exactly what happened, we can join the police as they try to figure out what just went down and how to solve the developing mystery. Remember that all the cops have received at this point is a phone call alerting them to the shooting and a description of the silver Chevy they've just pulled a gang member from.
There's another victim that's at we don't know where that victim's going to go. There's a possibility that victim may be deceased.
Yeah, they got shot. Okay. They got
Someone's got to go check, probably.
Two of the officers ran over to the front of the hospital and discovered Javier Small and his girlfriend in complete distress.
Jesus.
He can't go with you in that room.
Because she got to get checked out. Hang tight.
As it turns out, another girl was also hit in the shooting. That being this man's girlfriend. Luckily, she was only shot in the leg, but
Females be wanting to date gangsters until they get gangster shit happening to them. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
he was still extremely distraught and horrified about the whole incident.
Bro, I'm on house arrest. I gotta go.
Oh, are you?
I gotta go to the house with my girl, bro. We'll get you. I gotta go to the house. I'm gonna come back. I'll tell you how she is. I just got in the car. I don't know, bro. My girl just got shot, bro.
This is some sad shit, bro. Y'all gotta stay away from the streets, bro. Y'all gotta stay away. This is sad as hell, man. Y'all can't even have relationships without the fear of your loved one getting popped, man. Like, for real, bro. Y'all gotta stay away from that shit, bro. As much as you can, as far as you can, as easy as you can. Stay away from that shit, man. It's a disease. It's a disease. It's a cancer. It's all it is. It's a cancer, bro. I'm not even laughing.
Despite how
This shit's
distraught this
sad.
guy is, he was a passenger in the Chevy, which they just found multiple firearms inside of. So police promptly arrested him.
Hey, Palpy, we'll take him over here.
Stay away from that street shit, brother.
Across town, however, there's someone in a much worse position. Tiara Harris, the passenger in the black car.
Can I open that up?
Alright.
They're saying she's pregnant too.
How pregnant is she? How far along?
2
weeks pregnant.
Okay.
2 weeks.
Maybe 2?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
44, there is a firearm.
Am I allowed to ride in the car with her though to the hospital?
Not right now. I'm sorry, man.
Bro, Yanni just got shot. I mean, T just got shot. Bro, just in the car, just driving down the street in Kenworth, driving from over there, and they just was shooting. None of the glass broke, but she wasn't like moving or talking. So I just brought her, and the blood just started dripping from her head, like.
Jesus.
Bro, we see in the hospital.
Talk about PTSD, bro. No one is gonna be the same after that. Like, you can't. How do you just move on with life, just regular, smegular? Like, you just chilling, you just watching TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you just move on after seeing your girlfriend get? That's what I'm saying, bro. That's.
The ambulance, like I can't even talk right now, bro.
Tiara was immediately rushed to the local hospital, and her boyfriend George was brought in for questioning.
Yep.
He wasn't a lead suspect, but police did find it odd that he just happened to arrive at the site of a violent shooting right as it all went down. He
Right.
would claim to be innocent and actually provide a detailed description of everything that went down that night.
You turned off here, so
no, boom, no, I didn't. I came this way, and I said, "What y'all got? Like, what y'all got going on over here?" Like, I'm like basically saying, "Y'all good?"
Right.
As soon as I said that, somebody from down here got to just shooting a gun that just kept shooting. That's all I know. But I didn't hear nobody or nothing like that.
So you're right there, and then you heard that. How many shots did you hear?
Man, I can't even recall. It was a lot. And then as soon as I
So you were facing this way?
No.
You literally backed all the way on.
Say I'm coming down here in this Rockaway. Like, this would be Rockaway.
Okay.
Down, I backed up.
Oh, so you backed, so the back of your car was facing that way?
And I'm like, is y'all? I'm like, what y'all got going on? Like, I look out just like that.
Like out the window?
Like, as soon as I even it should have been.
Could have been a case of mistaken identity. Like those two, so the group of people that was shooting, they was just sitting right there, I guess just waiting on somebody to pull up. And then he just pulled up with his girlfriend. He coming to go talk to his friends or whatever. He hop out the window. Hey yo, y'all good? Whatever. And then as soon as he hop out, the group of people that was just sitting there with guns, they looking, they're like, oh yeah, okay, this must be who we're looking for. They immediately hop out. They get the blowing, boom, 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 boom. And then yeah, but it probably him and his girlfriend probably wasn't even the people that they was looking for. But that's just a theory. There might be a lot more to the story than he letting on.
Like, you feel me? Because I'm the one that looked straight out the window, like, y'all all right? Y'all good type stuff.
The cops asked him why he was even there in the first place,
right.
To which he just said he knew a couple of people on the street and that he had absolutely no involvement in the shooting. He's claiming that when he peeked out the window, his friends mistook him for the shooter and began to fire bullet after bullet directly at his vehicle. According to him, it wasn't an accident, but a misunderstanding, making the whole situation even more tragic.
So
with George's statement, they were a little...
So it was literally bullets everywhere. So he went to go talk to his friends, and then bullets was flying, but he was already out the car. So like I said, mistaken identity. He thinking that not mistaken identity because they knew it was him, but they just shooting because they thinking that he the one shooting the whole time. The people shooting is behind y'all ass. And they ain't even get him. They got his girl.
Clearer on the whole situation. But they'd made no progress into actually solving the case or tracking down the real perpetrators. That was until they returned to the scene and spoke to a number of witnesses who had watched the entire event take place.
It was two African Americans. Where were they running? Young kids. They
can't wait to say
across
that.
This backyard next door and out the driveway.
They hopped the fence.
Black. He had a face mask on and had a 9mm. And then the other one had a semi-automatic rifle, and they were almost to the corner of the house running this way, and they both jumped the fence. Like when the kid in the hoodie jumped the maroon hoodie jumped the fence, he dropped the semi-automatic rifle at the driveway.
I was just out back cutting some stuff, and all I heard was just a barrage of bullets, fully auto. It wasn't 3-round burst, 4-round. It was fully auto.
Coming off fast.
Oh yeah, hot and loud and fast. And then I saw two guys. When I was out back, I could see through the backyards, through the fence. I saw a silhouette of two guys running up towards that street, returning single shots as they were running away.
Okay. There's casings up here.
Oh, you found something?
Yeah.
I got more.
Okay.
How many did you hear? You think?
It was like 30.
Like where all these cones are at, probably that amount?
30 or 40. But this happened over there all the time.
Where's over there?
Right there, the house right there.
I heard a lot of gunfire, but when I first heard it, I thought it was a backfire because I saw this car sitting over here where all the cones are.
Y'all bringing this ghetto shit to these people's neighborhood. They pay taxes, they pay property taxes, they own their homes. They just trying to cut their lawn, enjoy the rest of their life, sit back, relax, and settle. And here y'all ratchet ass come just ruining shit. Ugh. Makes me sick.
So I thought he was working on a car and it backfired real bad. Then I saw them loading people into cars to take them to the hospital, and I knew it wasn't, because this has happened so many times before. I don't know what we're supposed to do.
Right.
We can't go outside.
Can't even go outside,
Even
walk
with all
the
this
dog.
new information, though, the cops are only slightly closer to figuring out what happened. They were now at least able to confirm that one group of shooters rolled up and started the exchange before another responded, causing a huge exchange of bullets throughout the neighborhood. But they still had two major questions. Who were the shooters? And how was Tiara involved? Well, the cops had just spotted another witness that might be able to answer their questions. A woman who was actually on the street the moment the bullets started flying.
So you don't live here?
I'm not even from here.
Oh.
Wow.
So who owns the house?
Anitra Johnson.
She is? Okay.
She was out to eat when I called her.
Okay. Everyone's okay though, right? The kids?
The kids, yes.
Yeah?
The kids
Okay.
are okay. I got them in the back watching TV.
Okay.
There was another girl outside. I think she got shot in the thigh or the leg. I think they took her probably to the hospital.
Okay.
She definitely got hit.
Okay. So what did you see?
I'm sitting outside. To be honest, we all family. So we're all outside prayer wrapping, like act like we hitting each other and stuff. Next thing I know, I just heard these gunshots. I'm like, all right, was that a BB gun? Come through shooting.
Yeah.
And it was like pow, 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 and came through again. So I'm running up, I didn't even know where the gunshots came from. I'm running up, trying to grab the kids. They came through twice.
Okay. Did the house get hit at all?
I mean, I don't even fuck. Is that a bullet hole right here? I don't know. I was really just trying to grab the kids.
And you said so what? They got out of a car?
They didn't even get out of the car.
Or they just started. They were hanging out.
They was
shooting?
hanging out shooting.
Okay. Did you see how many by chance? Three of them. Okay.
Now it's starting to sound a lot more like a drive-by shooting, notoriously one of the hardest types of crimes to solve, especially if the vehicle was stolen. The cops are starting to lose confidence that they'll ever find Tiara's killer, but then they decide to ask one simple question.
Security cameras.
Those cameras work?
I believe so. Okay. She on her way home.
Yes,
oh, she's
sir.
okay.
And
there were
is,
CCTV cameras on.
This is why committing crimes and trying to be a shooter and trying to be a gangster and a thug is so stupid nowadays. Because this is not the 90s. Cameras are everywhere. They will put cameras in bathrooms if it was legal. Cameras are literally everywhere. It's everywhere. It's fucking everywhere. Everybody got a Ring camera. Everybody got a security camera. Especially if you going into a neighborhood where people own homes and they trying to protect their homes from robberies and things of that nature. Brother, cameras are everywhere. Street light cameras, satellite cameras. Cameras are everywhere, bro. Especially if you commit a crime that's bad enough for the FBI and the government and the National Guard is getting involved. Brother, they're going to find you. They're going to find you. They're just going to find you. And CCTV can track you from here all the way to wherever. So you can think you're going to hide. You can think you're going to run. Listen, you can run, but you can't hide. You can run for as long as you want to run. But there will be no hiding. Because cameras, CCTV controls the world. It controls the world. You think whatever you think you got away with, you did not get away with. Someone saw you. Someone saw you. I promise you did. I promise you. Somebody saw you. And then once you get seen doing something, you're going to get caught doing something. Or somebody that you did something with is going to get caught doing something. And now you got to worry about one thing. Who's going to snitch? Because all right, cameras handle half the work right there. That's half the work already done. We already know where it happened, who did it, how many people were there, all that good stuff. We already seen it. The cameras ain't gonna lie to you. Now, once we catch at least one of y'all, now it's time for the other half of the work to be done, because a lot of these police, it's not like the movies where they just finding stuff and they're going off of clues and it's kind of like they're just playing a detective and they're doing all this police work. Man, it's all about this right here. It's all about this right here. It's the conversation rule the nation. Conversation rule the nation. All they gotta do is talk. All they gotta do is talk. And they're gonna talk their way to a conviction. They're gonna talk their way to a conviction. That's all they gotta do. Because 9 times out of 10, all I gotta do is get one of the people that was involved in the whatever. You know what I'm saying? Say you and 3 other people commit a murder. One of them get caught. All I gotta do is slam 20, 40 years in their face. You facing 20, 40 years. Name one young nigga that is ready to get back to his life and really got something to lose. He got a mama that he loved. He got something to come back home to. Name one young person that's gonna really abide by the street rules and not tell when they're looking at football numbers. When they're looking at football numbers. Come on now, man. Come on. And the evidence is stacked. That's one thing about the police. They don't come unprepared. They come with the evidence stacked. They come with the camera footage. They come with the statements. They come with the forensics, all that good stuff. So you think you're going to spin the police if you want to. You're going to spin yourself into a grave. You're going to spin yourself into a ditch. That part.
Property, and as soon as the homeowner got back, they'd have access to the footage. So in just a few hours, the cops were able to put together just enough footage to understand exactly what happened. Remember, we already know all of this. But for the police, this was huge. Now they had a detailed timeline of the entire incident, including at what time it went down, how many people were involved, and which vehicles the suspects used.
Now they can really get to work.
This would be very useful in the coming interrogations in terms of verifying their suspects' claims and pressuring them to confess. Police finally had a solid piece of evidence. And right as their case had started to build some substance, their biggest lead yet would step out right in front of them.
I have video of them carrying the girl that got shot.
I can put it on an SD card.
And that's not the same one that was at
She'll send her a link and then she can just upload it from there.
Right after they took off.
Not only had they seen the entire thing go down, but as soon as they heard gunshots, they started recording. They managed to get this clear footage of a man getting into the same vehicle spotted at the shooting just minutes earlier.
And I bet they got the tag. Oh! Camera footage, boy.
Now all they needed to do was track down the car using the visible license plate, and they'd have their first lead suspect. But with that said, these kids were no strangers to running from the police, and the officers would begin the hunt to find these evil teens. While all of this was going on, police had another, perhaps more nerve-wracking
Man, she was so pretty, bruh. Y'all leave these females alone, man. Quit killing these girls, bruh. Dang, man. She was way too pretty, bro. She deserved to live her life. She had a full life ahead of her. You done took this beautiful woman off the face of the... Man, come on. That made me mad just now. Y'all tripping.
Situation to handle. Tiara had passed away. And her family had no idea.
Oh, man.
There's currently not like too many people in the hospital. Let's step over here and see where all these cruises are.
My car, okay?
Where's your car at?
I'm right here because I didn't know.
Or this one?
Right here.
Sorry, okay.
You can hear it in the voice.
Daughter's name? You're here for your daughter?
Tiara Harris.
Tiara Harris. Say, have me stand right here next to the sign. We'll have someone go over and talk to you, okay? So
You can just tell by the tone of his voice he about to say some bad shit.
His daughter's name? You're here for your daughter?
Tiara Harris.
Tiara Harris.
Tiara Harris. I'm not even laughing. I'm not trying to laugh at that. But just the way that he was like, man, Tiara Harris? Oh, damn. You mean to tell me I'm about to be the one that's going to have to break the news to you? Shit. That's why I say I could not be no cop, because there's going to be situations like this. Even though I want to be one. I want to be the popo. I want to be a popo. But a situation like this, where I don't think I would be able to handle the job, because, you know, it's all fun and games when you chasing bad guys and you doing this and you doing that, cleaning up the streets. But when it's your turn to let a mother know her daughter is gone and is never coming back, that's tough, bro. That's real tough. That's real tough, bro. You gotta sit there, you gotta console her, you gotta let her know everything's gonna be okay. Goddamn.
Say, have me stand right here next to the sign. We'll have someone go over and talk to you, okay?
You know he about to say some bad shit.
Is she okay?
Nope.
I don't know the names of who they are currently, miss.
Just listen to the cop's tone here.
Yep.
He knows just how bad things are looking for Tiara.
Yep.
And he absolutely doesn't want to break that news to her mother yet.
Yep.
Especially when he sees just how emotional she's starting to get.
Yep.
Tiara's autopsy showed a single bullet struck her in the head and remains there.
Wow.
While tragic, this information would allow police to identify the exact bullet type and then gun used to shoot Tiara.
There we go.
If they could find the owner of this gun, they would be able to match it to the bullet, and justice could be served for Tiara and her family.
Yes, sir.
Hey, come here!
They got a bunch of people showing
That's
up.
my son and my nephew.
Okay, well, listen, they can't go in.
Oh, that's the brother? Oh, yeah, you know the brother gonna be tight.
Y'all go in the car. Go in the car.
They telling us to wait outside.
I know. I'm going in. Go in my car.
The entire family is in distress, with her mom shaking and doing everything she can to stay strong in front of her kids.
Right.
It's truly a nightmare situation, and it only got worse from there. At around 8:30 p.m., they were informed that Tiara didn't make it. A bullet to the back of the head had ended her life, sending her family into complete grief and agony.
It's fucked up,
Now,
bro.
police knew that they absolutely had to catch the people that did this to Tiara, or risk letting down her and her entire family. At this point, police had 6 different suspects on the run, all tied to the shooting, and they would eventually manage to track down and get interrogations with all of them. Their start came in the form of a Facebook post by someone named Jeremiah Williams, described as a member of the BBM gang.
Stupid ass gang.
Apparently, the post consisted of him bragging about being at the shooting and escaping without getting caught. By using his Facebook profile,
Man, y'all gotta get. That's another thing. Let me tell you something. All right, it's 50% the security cameras, 70%. Well, I want to say 60% snitching. And honestly, this falls under the snitching, so we can just leave the snitching at 50%. Social media posts. You niggas be self-snitching like a motherfucker. You niggas love to post guns. Y'all love to post crimes. Y'all will literally just be at the crime scene, just like this right here. Y'all will literally just leave the crime scene. And y'all thinking y'all bloodhound Lil Jeff. Y'all posting, oh yeah, you don't ask what happened to so-and-so. Oh yeah, I definitely don't know what happened. Oh yeah, they be leaving little hints and stuff, thinking that the police ain't gonna find out. Thinking the police just simply, you think you gonna post some cryptic message about a crime that just occurred. And you letting us know because you're assuming that, you know, your followers are going to be able to understand what it is that you're referring to. But you feel as if the police just simply ain't going to know because you're talking in code, because you're trying to be secretive of what it is that you're saying. Only problem with that is we're the ones doing all the research. Like the police is the ones doing all the research. The police is the ones doing all the investigating. Your followers, they really don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Like we see what you posted. All right, yeah, he looked like he really. When I see stuff like that, all I think is, oh, this man think he cool. It's not cool. It's not gangster. It's not none of that stuff. Because if you was really gangster, if you was really like that, you would move in silence. You wouldn't let nobody know nothing about nothing. You wouldn't even hint to it. Why would you give out hints? Why would you leave breadcrumbs? That's stupid. Why would you leave breadcrumbs to what you just did? Just leading them to a trail. Oh, would you look at this? Man done posted on Facebook. Isn't that something? You know what I mean? Why would you do such a thing? That's the concept. The concept. It's just It's hard to infiltrate my brain with that concept. I'm so confused with that concept.
Find his address and pick him up for interrogation. With Jeremiah also being a supposed gang member, he too would prove to be extremely difficult to break. However, by using expert methods, police would actually get him to break completely, to the point where he actually started to cry.
I'm sure he did.
You want some tissue? Yeah, that's true. How's it going, Jeremiah? Pretty good. Sorry for the wait, man. I'm Detective Smith. This is Detective Davis.
I mean, imagine, bro, like a Facebook post brought you here. That's just crazy.
Nice to meet you. All right, and so the reason why we have you sitting here talking to
Y'all
us,
know Facebook is literally the police. I just want to drive this point home. Social media is the police. Like they have their own Facebook. They have a whole team of people who go through the social media platforms to find criminals. Like they have that's a whole team by itself. Like they think they dealing with the regular police.
is I need you to think back to April. There's an incident that happened on Rockaway. Remember this? This young lady got shot. You remember hearing about that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so during our investigation, your name's been coming up. But do you know about where you were that day, if you can? Or
I was definitely at home.
Oh, where
Apparently, Jeremiah also has an alibi, and even gives multiple names over that'll attest he wasn't on Rockaway that night.
You're at home.
You need evidence,
was that
bro.
Amherst?
Amherst. This was right before my mom moved to Louisiana. My best friend, Rob, talked to her sister, the girl that died, her sister, Dayani or Diane or however you say her name.
Tierra?
My best friend, Rob, was like in the kind of little...
Like dating?
Yeah, with her sister. And it was crazy. We got on Facebook and it was all over Facebook. Her sister had got killed and stuff. And my mom was like, ain't that the girl that came over here the other day? And we like, no, that was her little sister.
Has her little sister reached out to you guys or anything?
We haven't talked to her I don't talk to her at all for real, but...
So you were at your house on Amherst?
Yeah.
There we go.
Was there anyone with you that day?
My mom.
What's your mom's name?
My mom's name is April.
However, the detectives know this to be untrue. They know he was at the scene from the Facebook post he made. They know he did it, so they want to get a confession, or even better, some information that might help put more people in handcuffs.
Yep.
The thing is, they're initially going to find that a lot harder than they'd hope.
I have to ask, do you recognize this car?
Dude, this was the car that was in that video. That's on Facebook.
So you remember it? Yeah. Have you ever been in this car?
No.
Do you know who drives this car or owns this car?
I don't know him by name, but I know who he is. His name Pa or something.
Pa.
That's what they
If
call
you
him.
were smart,
You know,
you wouldn't even attach anything of you to this car. You wouldn't be like, I know who drives this car. I don't know shit. Lawyer. If he was smart, he would just start off with lawyer. Like what's like what?
That's funny because I don't even.
You already fucking up.
Like every time I've seen him with a ski mask on.
Okay.
Like I've never seen him outside of a ski mask.
Okay. All right. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Your past. Like, have you ever been in trouble or anything?
Yeah. I'm actually right now. I got probation.
So like just a weapons possession charge is all you got?
It's like carrying a concealed firearm in a motor vehicle.
Gotcha, yeah.
Jeremiah is making a conscious attempt to give as little information over as possible while still trying to seem cooperative. He's smart. He doesn't want to completely close himself off, as that'll make him seem guilty, but he also doesn't want to give up any vital information.
Bro, saying I want a lawyer is not making yourself look guilty. That's making yourself look smart. Smart people don't talk to the police even if they are innocent. Get a lawyer.
Cops ask him who was there, where he was sitting in the car, even questions about the guns, but he refuses to speak, and he's starting to seriously frustrate the cops. But all this talk of courts and investigations doesn't seem to be getting them anywhere at all. So instead, they switch gears. They're going to be as direct as possible and give it to him straight. That's their last hope at getting him to crack.
What do your friends call you? Do you have a nickname or anything?
Jay.
We're just getting to know you, man.
Right.
Obviously, you can see that you're not a bad person. Just the vibes I'm getting.
They always say that.
But you're in here talking to us for a reason.
Right.
And it comes back down to this incident. You being honest with us is what we'll be able to work with
They always say that.
We know that you were there. And we also got your DNA in this car.
That might be a lie.
If I've been in that car, I would tell you guys I've been in that car. I don't have no reason to lie or no reason to put myself in any trouble.
That's a stupid excuse.
Because we know you're the driver. Really what we're looking for is why. You're already being charged with the incident. You explaining your actions and what really went down is just going to help with your role in this. We know you didn't pull the trigger, but you not being honest with what went down is not going to help you. It's going to, the prosecutor and the judge and jury are going to look at someone who's not remorseful.
Drove over there and they started shooting.
God damn.
So they told you to drive over to Rockaway? Yeah.
They barely even pressed them for real.
In the front, and Zebo sitting behind me, and then Pa sitting on the door.
It worked. The cops actually got a name. It was a nickname, but cops could eventually tie this back to a man named Zaire Saunders, who would be interrogated later. This was huge. They'd actually gotten a gangster to tell on one of his partners.
That's not uncommon.
But they weren't done yet. They knew he still had more information, and they weren't going to stop putting on the pressure now.
We got to go back to who was in the car with you. I know you know Zebo. Pa, you say you just know him by Pa. Do you know his real name? Okay. And the third person, you're saying how often have you seen him? Would you be able to identify that last person by a picture?
Jeremiah physically looks defeated. He's avoiding eye contact and is hunched over. He likely never saw himself giving up the names of his partners, but that's exactly where he found himself.
Yeah.
The cops, however, are over the moon, even managing to get descriptions of the people he doesn't know the names of. They ask a few more questions before leaving him alone for a minute to prepare their next move. However, on their return, they didn't expect to see Jeremiah, a once tough and unbreakable gang member, to cry because of what he'd done.
Would you say his first name was what?
Darian.
Is this him? Do you want some tissue, man?
Don't cry.
I need a verbal yes or no if that's him.
Yeah.
Listen, man. Listen, bro. I want all my YNs to look at this right here. This is you. This is you at one point or another. You might think you're getting away. You might think that the police ain't stunning you. Let me tell you something. Sometimes what the police like to do, they like to let you rack up crime so they can put you away for a long ass time. They like to just let you just keep racking it up. Keep racking it up. Go ahead, keep racking it up. And in some cities, they don't even really even care for real. They'll just let y'all kill each other. Because y'all gonna do it anyway. Y'all gonna do it anyway. They'll just let y'all kill each other. But in some cities, in some states, they don't play this shooting out gang, bang, bang shit. They don't play that. Okay? They will put you under the jail. And this is the look of a man who does not want to get put under the jail. And so therefore, y'all gonna have to come with me, man. I'm not taking all this by myself just for the sake of being real and being hood and being tough. Not everybody is built like that. I don't think nobody in their right mind is built like that. It takes a certain amount of drugs. It takes a certain upbringing to mold that lifestyle, you know? Look at him crying. You had an opportunity
if this
to
is
not
the first
do this.
time you've seen a gang member cry, you're certainly not alone. But it actually happened again in the detective's very next interrogation. While these cops were busy talking to Jeremiah, a breakthrough had been made outside of the interrogation room. Remember this footage recorded by a civilian witness earlier?
Yep.
Well, after 5 days of investigation, they actually managed to track the car down, enabling them to take in another suspect, Antonil Whitaker. Police would quickly realize that Antonil might be even more important than Jeremiah as a suspect. He's a supposed member of the BBM gang, and believed to be one of the suspects that initiated the shootout. The thing is, he's just 17 years old. Since there's still some information even Jeremiah couldn't give them, they figured they might be able to scare him into giving up everything he knows.
Yep.
And their first idea is an unconventional but possibly extremely effective method: a call home to mom.
Uh-oh. First 48.
Hello, Ma. This is really, really serious now. You need to put yourself wherever you was and get to telling with your part as much as you can, because you can't take the blame for this, and this was not you. You shouldn't be sitting there. They know it's your car. You can't get out of that. You better than this.
Damn.
Antonil doesn't even seem to feel like following his mother's advice. Despite the fact that they know it was his car, he's claiming that someone else was actually driving it that day. And even more unfortunately,
somebody else is driving it. How'd they get the key? Why would they be there in the middle of a shooting with your car? Did you give it to them? Did they? You come on now. And how did you know it was somebody else? That is a stupid excuse. You see, like the stupid shit you have to resort to say when you get caught. It's best to just not even get involved, because once you get caught and you feel as if you need to lie, you have to resort to stupid. You gotta just say the dumbest, most outlandish things to be able to get out of the situation, which you're not going to. You just make it. You're making yourself look stupid. You're making yourself look crazy, bro.
Forgotten exactly who. Listen to his story and see if you believe it as much as the detectives do.
Come on.
So you saying you were at home?
No, wait. Like the whole day?
Someone took your car somehow, brought your car back, gave you the keys
they brought your car back.
And then, so you could take your sister home. That doesn't make sense, man.
Hold on, wait. I was being too loud. What you say?
The keys. Someone took your car somehow, brought your car back, gave you the keys back or whatever, and then so you could take your sister home. That doesn't make sense, man.
That's what you told them?
Jury, a judge. They're not. I'll be honest with you. I mean, what you're giving is not even a good statement. It's not even a good lie. That's why it probably be.
That's what I was saying. Like, how'd they get the keys? You mean to tell me somebody took your car, gave you the keys back to your car, gave you back your car because you needed to take your sister somewhere? I would have just ended the interrogation and be like, you know what? I don't even think we need to even go further with this. You know what? We're gonna just give that to the juror. We're gonna give that to the judge, and we're gonna let them figure out how they want to deal with that one. We're gonna let them figure out how they, you know what I mean? Like, we're gonna let them do that one.
You see, about an hour after the shooting, Antonil was confirmed to have used his car to pick his sister up from an event, meaning it was clear that he was still in possession of it. But that didn't faze Antonil, and despite how many questions police asked him, he refused to give up anything.
How this works, you might already know this from TV, but I mean it's kind of accurate. We're going to compare your DNA to the DNA on the shell casings that we collected on scene. Is there any reason your DNA is going to be on there? Because if there is, you've got to explain that. You said no, or I don't know. Who got in the car with you at all? If you're saying your DNA is not going to be on those shell casings, right? And you're saying you weren't driving, who did you let drive your car? Believe it.
I don't know.
You was driving.
Like it's on you.
They're trying to force a confession out of him by telling him that if he'd been in physical contact with any of the evidence tied to the murder, they would find out and he would get sentenced. And they're not lying either. When you touch anything at all, you leave behind skin cells, sweat, small hairs, or even oils that can quickly be traced back to you.
Yep.
Meaning, if Antonil had touched the car, the bullets when loading his gun, or anything else related to the murder, police would find out.
Yep.
However, as of now, detectives haven't had the time to run these tests to confirm if
this man got his feet up, he chilling. This man think this is a cakewalk. But like I said, he is 17, right? So at 17, I wasn't taking too much things seriously neither. I wasn't taking too much stuff seriously neither. But then again, I wasn't in an interrogation room for murder. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
was present, meaning they couldn't pressure him to a confession, and they'd have to wait until later. So in the meantime, they moved their attention to the next suspect. Remember the man Jeremiah gave up to the cops back in his interrogation? Yep. That was Zaire Saunders. Once they had his name, they tracked him down and arrested him. And he would prove to be even more helpful than Antonil and Jeremiah combined.
Goddamn.
Did you know of or hear about that young lady who got killed?
Yeah.
Did you know her?
No.
We don't think that she was the one meant to be hurt.
She was so pretty.
And I mean, based on what we're seeing.
The damn
but
shame.
Unfortunately, she did get obviously hurt. Her family's hurt.
Right.
You know, when we did that search warrant, we got your phone.
Yes.
Okay. and we downloaded your phone. And your location is putting you on Rockaway that day.
Why would you bring your motherfucking phone? These niggas are stupid. Y'all don't realize your phone is like the same way you can get the GPS on your phone and you can get the GPS to wherever it is you need to go. Like, say you need to go to Target real quick. All you got to do is go into the Maps app, type in Target, the closest Target near you is going to give you the fastest route. The same way you can do that, or actually, here's a better example. You know when your phone dies, right? And there's like the little battery icon. Right below that, it says, your phone is still findable or still trackable or like your location is still on. Which means that no matter if you turn your phone off, no matter what, that location is on and it's going to ping you every single place you go for how long you're there, all that. Duh. I mean, like, this is common knowledge. Y'all are stupid. Like,
what happened that day, man?
I shot a pistol. You shot
there
a
you
pistol?
go.
Yes.
He ready to get over with.
Seems like a breakthrough. He's just admitted to being a part of the shooting, and it seems that all the detectives' work has just paid off. But they're not quite there yet. Of the 3 shooters, 2 did indeed use pistols, but one of them was actually yielding the extremely dangerous automatic rifle that can be seen clear as day in this footage here. Instead of jumping this fence after the shooting, the man with the rifle fled directly down Rockaway Street, and that's the direction Zaire's phone shows him running.
Also, he
the
had
good news
the...
is that clears Zaire of being the man that killed Tiara. After all, she was killed with a very specific pistol round. But that does put him directly in the spotlight of being the man with the most dangerous weapon and one that is directly lying to the cops right now. They're not about to let him get away with that.
We have video of the incident. You're on camera shooting a rifle.
Is it a pistol that holds, 2 rifle rounds? Like,
I mean, it ain't just. It is big.
Does it have a stock on it? Like something kind of modified?
So it's a rifle. Talking about it's a pistol.
Yeah, have a stock on it. So describe it then. I mean, nobody is a rifle.
All right, then there you go. So then keep it 100,
Zaire,
bro. If you telling
getting the highest
if you're telling
sentence out of anybody in.
Hey, didn't I tell you to shut up? If you are telling, tell. Don't be trying to tell the half truth. Man, tell the full truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth if you're going to tell the truth, so help you God. Just tell the truth. He trying to spin the cops even though he already telling. He already giving it up. Just give it up. Give it up. Give it up, man. Damn. We'll find out anyway.
Just the use of such a dangerous firearm actually increased his prison time by somewhere between 10 and 15 years.
Minimum
But he
is
still
10.
doesn't know that yet. He's still under the guise that if he helps the detectives out, he might get a better deal.
Nope.
So not only did he tell them where to find the rifle he used, he also gave up one of the most vital pieces of information that cops had received in the entire case.
The group BBM. I just know they call it BBM. For real. BBM. Yeah.
Please tell me what that
Zaire
stands
just
for.
told the cops the name of the gang that was involved. A huge piece of information that will help them track down every last individual that was part of this attack. Now the detectives have just one more final question that'll hopefully put together the final pieces of the puzzle they're looking for.
You've been extremely helpful throughout this whole interview. You helping yourself out too.
No, he isn't.
Ask, whose idea was it?
I know for sure it wasn't mine. They just around. So we'll just say, yo, it's my dudes. But you got different dudes, and you got different, like, that's how they is.
Well, they ain't say it right then and there. They said it on Facebook, like. But they was like, I knew they was talking about me. They just didn't say it directly to me, but I knew they was talking about me. Mm-hmm.
He just gave up the group chat where all of these shootings supposedly were planned.
Goddamn.
With this, police simply had to cross-reference the names in the group chat with the supposed shooters on the CCTV and the names that had been mentioned in previous interrogations, giving them enough evidence to sentence all 6 of the shooters. But unfortunately, this wasn't the resolution they'd hoped for. After examining all the weapons confiscated, it would turn out that none of them were a match to the bullet found in Tiara's head.
They threw it away.
They still couldn't tie any specific person to the actual murder. However, there is one puzzle piece we haven't told you about yet. the one that would solve this entire case. Watching the CCTV footage, it's clear that there is one man that directly shot at Tiara's vehicle.
Oh yeah.
If you follow this man, dressed in all black, back through the CCTV, you can trace him all the way back to the driver's seat of this black truck. A black truck that, until now, the cops were completely unable to identify. But then, they received one final piece of footage from a witness, allowing them to track it back to the owner, 44-year-old mother, Kia Brown. Police realized they had to interview her, knowing that whoever was driving Kia's black truck that day killed Tiara Harris.
Yep.
Hey, how you doing, ma'am? Good. I'm Detective Smith. This is Detective Davis with Akron Police.
Hi.
Hey, we wanted to talk to you or whoever is driving, who drives this truck, reference that incident that happened up the street. They were being shot at. Finally trying to catch up with them. Looked like a couple males. And have you heard about this?
I heard about what happened on the corner. This is my truck, but my son was driving.
It wasn't Kia, but her son driving the car.
Goddamn, she don't even realize just simple words, just a simple sentence. You done put your son in the goddamn clink. He's in the clink. He's in the clink. Gone, boy, gone.
And after running his name, they'd find out he had ties to a rival gang of BBM. So the detectives had Kia call her son and hand over the phone to the officers.
Goddamn.
I have some detectives here right now. The day that we were moving in, the incident that happened around the corner, they would like to speak with you. Do you have a moment? Can you go on break?
How you doing, man?
He was at work.
How you doing?
Good. I'm Detective Smith. I'm with Detective Davis with me. Hey, what's your name before we get started, bud?
Lanier Worthy.
Lanier. All right, Lanier. How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. Kind of.
So listen,
that name
man,
sounds too close to my name, and don't get us confused.
Much of your time. We were wondering if we could talk with you and your mom maybe in person at some point, and we wanted to talk to you about that incident that happened up the street. We know you're over there, so we were hoping you could help us. Actually, you're not in any trouble. We're actually hoping you could help us. Would there be a good day for you to?
This weekend, fine.
Yeah, Sunday the 8th. Can we do it anytime after 2:30? Okay.
Anytime after 2:30.
All right, man. We appreciate it. We'll see you at 3:30.
Okay.
All right, buddy. Bye.
And just like that, they had an interview scheduled. And this was the final suspect at the scene that they hadn't yet spoken to. The man suspected to be the driver of the black truck and the man they think shot Tiara.
Dad, how you doing? What's up, man? Appreciate you talking with us. So, I mean, obviously you know why we're here, about that incident that happened up the street. So, we just wanted to know your perspective. That happened that day. What'd you see? That type of stuff. But could you kind of run us through that day?
I was standing in the driveway on my phone. Then heard shots. I got down, ducked. Then when the shots stopped, I heard that, ran to the car.
When the shots started happening, you ran and got in the driver's seat. And then Teen got in your passenger seat. Right? Okay.
That was it. Lanier had just told them he was driving the black truck that day, confirming he was the man in all black that drove the truck and hopped in the Chevy. He was the man that fired the bullets. So they decided to ask him up front.
I'm about to ask you something, man. I'm about to ask you from your parents. I'm sorry, but I gotta ask. Did you shoot that day?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Why are you lying?
Even though he said no, police already had all the evidence they needed. The car tied to him, his ties to the rival gang, and finally the video of him shooting at Tiara's car. So they arrested him on the spot and brought him in for interrogation.
Yep.
What's up, man? Lanier? Here you come.
Am I able to have a lawyer with me right now?
What's that?
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm not here to.
That's what I'm talking about. Lawyer up, nigga. Don't be sitting up here talking about some you finna spin the police. You finna none of that, bro. Lawyer up. Cause you know you finna go to jail.
Okay. Are you saying you want your lawyer? You don't want to talk?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
But in the end, this wouldn't matter.
Right.
As when they arrested and processed him, they managed to confiscate his gun.
What?
And after analyzing the forensics of the bullet inside of Tiara and Lenier's gun, it was a match.
God damn!
Lenier had fired the killing shot. After 5 months of investigation, all the puzzle pieces were finally in place.
Yep.
In total, 7 people were charged in this incident. Zaire Saunders was charged with involuntary manslaughter and 4 counts of felonious assault and was sentenced to 35 to 40 years.
Damn.
Antonil Whitaker and Jeremiah Williams got 20 to 24 years on similar charges, while the 4th assailant in this group, Darion Rackley, got 34 to 40 years.
God
it was
damn.
confirmed Antonil's DNA was in fact found on various bullet casings on Rockaway Street, despite his claims in the interrogation room.
Stupid.
The next 2 to be sentenced were the ones who shot back at Zaire's group after being rolled up on. They were Javier Small and Jonte Smith, who were sentenced to 4 years and 2.5 years respectively.
That ain't really
Lastly
nothing.
was Lenier Worthy, Tiara's actual killer. However, as of this video's upload, he's still awaiting sentencing. Tiara and George were not involved in any of the gangs in the shootout and were found completely innocent. At long last, Tiara
Killed for nothing, and they was shooting for nothing. Killed for nothing, and they was shooting for nothing, man. Man, bro. I want to see how much time Lanier got. Let me see something real quick. If they got it sitting right here. Videos, content, yada, yada, yada. We reached out the mother, and we decided to donate half. Okay, ain't nothing on here. Damn, man. So what did we learn, bro? What did we learn? We learned a couple things from this video right here, but this video an hour long. We learned a couple things from this little video right here, man. What did we learn, bro? Females, I know y'all think that y'all are exempt from crossfire, or maybe you just simply don't care. But when it comes time to pick a dude that you want to be around, you want to hang with, maybe don't pick the dude that be even friends with street niggas, man. Don't pick that guy. Don't pick that guy. I don't give a damn how he make you feel. I don't care how you feel about him. None of that shit. Don't pick that guy, because he might be your demise. Fellas, I get it. Y'all are in love with this culture. Y'all are in love with this fascination of being the world's toughest dude in the world, and it's shoot to kill, shoot on sight, all that good stuff. But in the end, all you gonna do is either do 2 things. You either gonna end up in what? Prison, or what? Jail. Those are the only 2 outcomes. And who wants that? Like it's a common knowledge. Everyone says it, but these niggas hear it and act like it's a badge of honor. You know what I mean? Like it's just regular. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, so what? What you mean, so what? It's so what until you in that interrogation room, or until you in that courtroom and that judge is really about to, take away everything from you. So yeah, you better be thinking about all that. I don't get the concept of going into the interrogation room and now you crying. You wasn't crying when you was getting initiated to a gang. You wasn't crying when you was shooting. Why you crying now? See what I'm saying? So you wasn't crying when you was on Facebook bragging. Why you crying now? So yeah, man. Long story short, the culture's stupid. If you guys like this video, which you probably didn't, you know what to do. Till next time, peace out.